Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina. How you guys doing today?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, good
Good
morning.
morning, Julie Burke.
What's
Hi,
up?
Julie. Welcome.
Hi,
I'm so excited to have her on this morning. I told her, I said, we usually have two guests on every morning. And I said, but nobody was worthy enough to be in your presence.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, we actually invited 6 others, but nobody wanted to be on.
Yeah,
today,
nobody
so
wanted. They said Julie Burke. Oh no.
No, we had a show where we had 7 people. We had like 5 guests on.
That was on Friday.
On Friday, we had all
5?
these people show up. So
yeah, we had all these people show up, and we were like,
we never know,
what?
Right?
Yeah, we just
You had a party.
Yeah,
you had a party.
We had a party. It was somebody was doing the sound bowl.
It wasn't a party. It was like meditation, and it was very thoughtful and introspective. And
yeah, she was doing the music.
Yeah, it was.
I was in my zen. I was like, oh,
yeah. That is nice.
It was this really beautiful. It was just this really beautiful experience. But she's bringing peace to the world, because the world needs a whole lot of.
Yes, and she lives in San Diego too, so she was, she was in the mix.
Yeah.
But we had an amazing Connect Summit yesterday.
We did a virtual summit yesterday, our 5th Connect Summit. We had a dozen speakers, or 10 speakers. Sharon Lechter was our keynote speaker. So yeah, we finished the show. Of course, we had a huge amount of technical difficulties, but the summit went off without a hitch. So
but, they said that like all these 6 planets are like all in retrograde or something. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know what that means, but it's going to mess up our technology. And sure enough, yesterday from the morning show all the way to the end of the summit, it was messed up. But we pivoted. We went to plan Q, and plan Q, and we did it, right?
Yes, I've had technical difficulties myself during important things. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to hear the story, but
tell us the story.
So I'll share a little bit about my background for those that don't know who I am. And so I've been in the network marketing space since 2012. I quickly grew a team in my first company. And in 2017, I decided to transition to a new company. I resigned a position, went to a new company. And in, I think it was 2016, it was kind of like my breakout year where I said, it was kind of like when personal branding was becoming a thing. And I was with that my last company for 4 years. And I just felt that like my identity was being taken over by that company. And so for me, I wanted to move into like training. I always loved training and teaching. So I was seeing a lot of network marketers spamming, and I was taught to do network marketing through curiosity-based marketing. And this was, again, 2012. And I think that that's why I did have a lot of success right out of the gates, without just blasting through what my company was. And I was creating that persona and that brand.
And throwing up all over everyone.
Right. And so in 2016, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to show up online and give network marketers tips on attraction marketing and personal branding. And what developed was a following that just quickly started happening. I was very, very nervous to do video. Very, very nervous. And now I look back and I'm like, I've created over, my God, 500 Facebook Lives, how many videos I've done for my sales pages. And, it's just, it's funny to think about.
I love your videos too, because you're so real. Like you'd be in a hoodie. Like I've been following you for a while, but you'd be in a hoodie. And you're just like, I just don't care, and it makes people think I don't have to do all the whole thing and have the light and have this and have the perfect this and have the perfect that. Just get on and start doing it.
Exactly. Well, and when I was being told to do it, the very first person that was telling me was, Nadia Melton. So I've known the Meltons since 2015.
They were on our show too.
Yeah, I will never forget. They're my best friends, right? And I love these two. And Nadia, I'll never forget, she was telling me, And this was December 2015. So right before Christmas. And she goes in her Russian accent, you know, you got to do video. You got to do video. And I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind. I'm not doing video. And this was before Facebook Live.
Yeah, I think my very first video was because of Nadia online. So I know, yeah, she's very persuasive.
Very persuasive, that Russian hammer. So I remember this. I did a video. I gave 3 tips to what holiday cocktails, the healthiest holiday cocktails, so it won't pack on the pounds. And I did the video because my network marketing company was Health and Wellness. Did you make
the cocktails too?
No, I should have. I was so nervous, and I'm like, you number 1 is this, and I showed him like the bottle, and I'm like, this is how I mix it, whatever. Anyways,
I gotta go back and watch it. Now I'm gonna go find the video.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Yeah, I did leave it up. So it was 2015, and so I do this, and then I remember I contacted Nadia, and I'm like, I did it.
I did it. Are you satisfied?
And then I never did another one. Okay, like that was it. Well, then Facebook Live was born, and then they're like, you know, preaching, do the live. Well, I went on Periscope one time, and this guy's like,
I hated Periscope.
He's like, where do you live? And I'm like, nope, I'm out. I'm gone. It was like Creepo Central. Yes. So I'm like, okay, so this is now 2016, and I'll never forget my whole hang up was, you know, I started looking at, well, there's this person out here doing this training, and then there's the mountains doing this training, and then there's Ray Higdon. So who wants to hear from Julie Burke? Plus, I can't look like Nadia. Like, I don't really like makeup. I am a mom. I go to yoga in the morning. I do cycle bar. Like, I'm sweating, and you know, I have to fit my videos in where I can. And I had all of this noise going on in my head. And then someone, he was a mentor, and he said, you know, people are going to hear things from you and resonate with you that are not going to resonate with me. Even though he has a large following, there were people that would resonate with, and it allowed me to say, you know what, you're right. Like, there's millions of people. So they're going to hear it different from me as they would from the mountains or Ray or whoever. So I actually started forcing myself to do video with no makeup and straight out of yoga, hot yoga, where I'm sweating in the car with my hair in a bun, and just showed up and started giving value. And then nobody cared what I looked like. Like, they actually loved that I wasn't all dolled up. And I realized, like, this is a lot of people's hang up. And then the flip side was, what are people from my network marketing company going to start thinking of me? And what is my upline going to start thinking of me? And that's a whole other story. But so that's how it started. And then I started a fan page, and I started showing up, and then I started creating courses and coaching and all the things. So here's my tech issue. So my very first course I came out with, I was working on a webinar. I never did a webinar in my entire life. And I sat on this concept of this course for 8 months because I was scared to get it out there. What if nobody shows up? What if nobody buys? I had all of those what ifs. And then another mentor said to me, well, isn't that great? Your ego is actually doing the thinking for you, because who are you to say, like, people are sitting out there that need this and want this, and you're allowing your own ego to block you from moving forward. And I'm like, you know what? My gosh, you're right. So
those darn mentors when they're right.
Mentors, but that's what they're there. That's why I feel like everyone needs a mentor. They really do, because they help to push you and help you to see and think different. You know, I worked with Taylor. Taylor was one of my clients this year, like just the last couple of months. We've been working together to launch her network. I'm a marketer, and I'm a strategist. And one of the things she said to me is, like, the greatest gift you have is helping people to see things that they can't see. And then, of course, the flip side is then pushing them to actually take the action, just like it was done to me. So just like a personal trainer needs a personal trainer, mentor needs mentor, right? So I launched this webinar. Like, it was this whole like launch thing, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have obviously done launches, and you know the headaches that can go into launches. My very first webinar, I had over 1,000 registrants, and I had 550 people on this webinar for my course. Right when I get to the pitch, and I'm like in the zone, like you're focused, like I'm in focus because I'm like in my pitch, I'm like talking about how great this course is and this, and I practiced and I did all the things and I was so nervous. And at the end, there is like crickets. And I'm like, what the heck? And my tech girl was out in New Zealand and she was trying to get a hold of me. Webinar Jam had a blackout. And I lost everybody. Like right when I started talking about my course.
Oh.
And so I bawled my eyes out. I cried.
I would have too.
Then I went out in my kitchen.
That was a good one too.
Yes. I had so many people on. I went out in my kitchen and I grabbed a bottle of wine and I drank.
The whole bottle.
And I was crying and drinking and I called my husband and there was words I won't say on here. And at the end of it, like I had to course correct. I had to damage control. We had to come up with this whole email sequence. I actually re-recorded the whole thing, sent it out. Anyways, I did 35,000 from it, which it was great. But I was just like, it could have been so much better, right? It's like always that could have. And then I did another webinar through GoToMeeting because I'm like, I'm not going to use Webinar Jam. And
I remember GoToMeeting.
Yeah, it didn't record. I couldn't send it out to the list. So I had to re-record that. So I'm like, I'm never doing a webinar
technology
again.
is not your friend.
No, tech is not my friend. Moral of story, people. So if you're an entrepreneur and you are listening to this, just expect it. Expect all of the issues.
And go to Plan Q.
And go to Plan Q and go into damage control for sure.
Right?
Anyway,
I think we've all had, right? We've all had, I mean, we've all been on stages where we've seen, somebody's PowerPoint didn't work.
Yes.
Yeah, we were
talking about that's what Angel keeps telling me because I just launched a course and I was like, oh, I need a PowerPoint. She's like, Tina, you do not need a PowerPoint. Think of all the things that could happen. This could happen. They don't have the right cord. This goes out. Their screen is gone. What are you going to do if you don't have your PowerPoint? I'm like, oh, you're so right. And then I start thinking of all the times of people are like,
I didn't tell you don't need a PowerPoint, but you can't depend on it. You can't rely on it. You have to be able to do it without it.
Yes, that's actually a great tip. I have spoken on, so I've done a lot of speaking engagements, but some I've had PowerPoints and some I have not had PowerPoints. So I think I just got really good at winging it sometimes, where you have to, because you don't have the slides. But I never thought about that. Like, what if your PowerPoint just...
So your PowerPoint has always worked when you've had PowerPoint?
Yeah. It's always, thank you, Jesus.
Well, I won't jinx you. Right? I've been in many, right, where it doesn't click or, something doesn't connect to the projector, whatever.
Doesn't work or something happens.
And they're completely derailed. These are professional speakers, but so you can have the PowerPoint, but Tina, I'm like, don't rely on it. Learn it and then bring the PowerPoint in so that you can do it just in case you don't have access to it. And I think even on screen, right, where we're doing a lot of these summits, I think people want to see faces right now. I think we want engagement and we want that human touch. And so that's a piece why the morning show is so much fun, is we're having conversations, we're getting to know each other, we're
drinking coffee,
inspiring, encouraging, laughing, and just
sharing authentic stories, getting behind the famous person or whatever, because then people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you guys did this, and then we have the guest on there, and we usually have about 15 minutes in our green room, and they're like, oh, I've never been in the green room before. This is so fun.
Oh, I love that. I missed the green room this morning. I apologize. I was getting the kids situated for this.
No worries. Well, let me read your bio so that our audience you gave a great little backdrop or background to who you are, but let me read what Allison sent over. She says she's a lifestyle entrepreneur that helps ambitious women turn their brand into profit while designing a balanced business with total ease, flow, and fulfillment. Her passion is helping women have it all without the burnout. So I think I like your story better, but that was good, right? Those are good words, right? With ease and fulfillment and ambitious woman. So what have you been working on? Like what projects have you been, or how has this pandemic been for
Yes.
you?
Okay.
What's your adjustment been like?
So, through this entrepreneur journey, first of all, it's important to know who you are, right? And in the beginning, when you have this, you just have this vision that you want something more for yourself, right? And I'm not downplaying network marketing. Network marketing has provided our family with so much. I've generated over 7 figures in the network marketing space and blessed to do so, and have been that top 1%. But there was always a part of me that was like, I still want something of my own, because I don't own network marketing. I don't own that company. And I feel multiple income streams is really, really important. So there's a point here. So when I came online, I got that I'm a visionary. I'm a creative. If you are a creative entrepreneur, it's also like your nemesis, because you just want to keep creating. So I've created over 85 sales funnels. I have created I think I have 9 courses. I've had 14 lead magnets. Like I just kept creating, and creating, where that also can lead to a lot of burnout. I've had memberships. I've had an agency. I mean, I've done it all except having my own e-commerce store, which is changing, by the way. So I'll get there. So
coming soon.
The reason I want to help women to realize like they really can have it all if they just are smart about it and set up systems and know and truly understand what they want in the beginning, instead of just throwing things out there to I know sometimes we have to throw things out there to see what works and what doesn't work, but like really understanding where they want to go and then reverse engineering how to get there, right? And then putting fun back into it, because for me, 2016, like I said, was like my breakout. And then 2017 was my breakthrough. And then 2018 was my breakdown. And I came to this place, and I'll never forget, it was October 2018. And I was literally crying every single day because I didn't know what to do anymore, because I hit adrenal fatigue. I was working in my office from I would say all 2017, 2018 in here, 10-hour days, ignoring my children. Like I just became upset.
You have younger kids.
Yes. I have a 6 and a 9-year-old, 2 boys. And in 2019 for me was letting everything go. And just, then it was experimenting.
Breaking out.
Yeah. It was just like releasing. And then this year, so 2020 comes along, right? Who could predict? Right. And this year for me, my word, people are always like, what's your word? My word was just simplicity, simplicity. So quarantine happens, and I found myself in a really deep funk, even though I'm a leader of my team and I had to be the voice and everything's going to be okay. And I was doing that for my team, but behind closed doors, I was like, oh my gosh, like I just felt in a funk. And I think a lot of people felt like in a funk, and it was okay. I gave myself grace to just be there and understand and try and get used to homeschooling. So, fast forward now, we're at a place where things are somewhat becoming back to normal, or, not normal, but, just not as we have an understanding. We're wrapping our mind around this. I have the kids home this summer. They can't go to camp. So I said, I have to reevaluate my business. So one of the things we're doing is taking those 9 courses and figuring out what to let go of. Mm-hmm. And one thing I am creating, and I swear it is the last thing I'm creating, is a new one huge ascension model funnel. And the lower price product, which is I'm in the middle of creating it right now, it's called Social Selling Superstar. And it's because people do not know how to
I like that word, social selling.
Yeah, Social Selling Superstar.
What does social selling mean?
Social selling is really not even about selling, but about how to show up and present yourself through social media and how to attract the right people to you and repel. We don't want to attract everybody. Marketing is not about attracting everybody. It's about repelling those that you don't want. And it's taking them through that
whole, I like that word.
That through like
don't fit.
Yeah. We're gonna use repelling.
You really want to repel people too. And being authentic in your voice and understanding really how to turn your personal wall into its own sales funnel, its own funnel. And like, so I teach them different nuances around social selling. And then there, of course, like there's scripts and things like that, like loose scripts, like templates, how to connect with people the right way. And so I think it will be really, really good. And that's going to be the, my like low viable offer. And then it'll send up into other things that we are bundling together that makes sense. Yeah. So it feels good knowing that like my goal is to create. Yes. And
economy.
Yes. And it's going to be one huge, like, this is, I keep proclaiming to the universe, this is my 7-figure funnel. Like, this is it. So I don't have to go create 85. So I have that going on. And then I do affiliate marketing for a high ticket affiliate, which I love. I started it 3 weeks ago, generated about $12,000, and people are loving it. I mean, yes, the money's great, but I maybe work it a couple hours a week. But it's set up with systems. And again, systems is so important to have and to leverage. So with this, you don't have to be a blogger. You don't have to run traffic to it. You don't have to become a copywriter. Like, a lot of this stuff is done for you, and it's already tested, so it works. So that's this lane. So I have this, and then over here, I have network marketing. My network marketing company, though, is all online. Like, we don't do parties. We don't do 3-way calls. And we actually just came off our best month ever in sales. So that right there. And again, I have systems set up. So I maybe work my network marketing business 10 to 15 hours a month. So that's like running itself at this point. And then I was just presented an opportunity to open up my own online mall through Shop Social Scenes with Taylor. So I have been wanting to start an e-commerce business. I cannot even tell you, probably for 1.5 years. I've been looking at starting my own boutique. I've researched, I have talked to gurus and mentors. My husband and I have tried and invested in something. It didn't work. And then when one door closes, another one opens. And then this came into my lap, and I'm like, wait, this is a fully like functional, customized. They customized this for me, but I don't have to deal with inventory, SKUs, returns, shipment. Like, wait a second, this sounds too good to be true. And
what are you gonna have in your boutique?
So basically, they customize the homepage for you. I actually met with the CEO yesterday. So they customize your homepage to you. So I could have my network marketing products on my homepage. I can lead people to my personal website, the Freedom Designer. But then you put so I'm passionate about fitness. So of course the homepage is going to have the fitness shop. I love pets. Like, my dog is my baby.
Oh, look at that.
What's his name?
That's Lola. She's
Lola.
She is, you guys, she is my shadow. So of course, every time, like, people just know Lola. So you could have your pet store on the homepage, like wherever you want to lead, like jewelry. And then if they have high-end luxe brands. They have Valentino, they have Kate Spade, Tory Burch, Louis Vuitton. And it's great because you get 20% off your mall. And then when people shop and spend $199 or more, they get 20% off every time. So it's really, it's so brilliant. They have 3,000 brands. So all I have to do is focus on driving traffic to my mall. And I'm like, wait a second, this is too good to be true. So it was, that's like the next project I'm working on. So yeah, it's very exciting. There's a lot of things unfolding. It's amazing, like when you just allow things to happen and stop trying to like force everything. And just like, I mean, for me, I had to like hand things off to God. Like I really did, because I came to this point where I'm like, I had to start leaning on faith, because I was trying to do everything on my own and I was having a lot of breakdowns. And I found my faith again through all of this. So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. And people are asking me to be on shows and podcasts and interviews, like just out of like nowhere. So, I feel very, very blessed, because not long ago I was just feeling like in a really dark place, and people go, but you're like a 7-figure earner. I don't care. It's the money. I will say it doesn't bring the happiness. Money for me is a way for me to contribute to the charities that we contribute to have, vacations when we could take vacations, to do the experiences that we want as a family. But it doesn't bring happiness. And I know that to be a fact. And I once thought it did, and it doesn't. So there are a lot of life lessons learned through this whole entrepreneur roller coaster, but I feel really good about the place I'm at and like things that are being presented to me. And I feel, again, it's just like when you kind of release, like you just have that release, that's like when the doors just started opening.
Yeah, I think
you have to schedule your vacations.
Pardon me?
You have to put your vacations in your calendar.
No. Well, I mean, like we just went away to Tennessee, road tripped it. I mean, we just needed to get out of here, right? We got this house on the lake, beautiful. We planned that in a week. I mean, my husband, he's the vice president of a company. They're very busy, believe it or not. So it's him that we have, like, he just has to, but we were supposed to be in Hawaii for 2 weeks in June. That got canceled. We were supposed to go away to Arizona with the kids for spring break. That got canceled. So he's like, I want to do something with this time. We just got in a car, but I mean, we planned it in a week and we were off, and I would go back.
Your kind of schedule, you can kind of work around different things.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, if he was home with me, I mean, we would get in a car tomorrow and just like go. I'm the girl that's just like, listen, I want to like get an RV and just travel through the United States and like just experience nature. My husband's like, are you kidding? We will kill each other. And then he's like, the 4 of us and a dog, he's like, we will kill each other. And then like, I'm like, no, it'd be amazing. Like, how free would that be? And then something will happen with the kids and I'll be like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Like, no, no. like the last trip we just got home from Tennessee on Sunday. And I was like telling the kids, I'm like, you are not coming on a trip with us for the rest of this year. Like, absolutely not. Like
the rest of your life, you're not coming.
Yeah, because like with my company, I win trips every year and they're like fully paid for. And Tim and I flew like first class last year. And I was like thinking about bringing the boys with us to Cabo this year. Like hopefully it's still happening. Like we're talking November. And I'm like, Tim, we're not bringing the boys. Like we are just going. So anyways, yeah, I mean,
it is a different world when you're a mom of all boys. I have 3 boys, but mine are grown. But yeah, it's a different world when you have all boys in your household. I
mean, right now, he caught a turtle that we were fighting not to keep this turtle. It's like this little baby. I'm like, no. And he was asking for a turtle all last year. And then all of a sudden he found a turtle. Oh yeah, this turtle's living in the lap of luxury right now, up in his room in a 20-gallon tank. It has got freaking waterfalls. It's ridiculous. Then he coerced my mom yesterday to take him to a pet store to buy this turtle fish because supposedly they eat fish. And I'm like, I don't want to feed the turtle fish. Can't we just give it lettuce? Like, oh my God. And this is the conversation I'm thinking, like, why didn't I have girls? Girls with the Barbies And right now I'm dealing with this kid that is.
You might take your mind off of that if you had girls, because girls, my sister had girls and I was like, oh my God, they are drama.
Yes.
Like, they cry over the littlest things.
Yeah, that's what my girlfriends say. They're like, Julie, just be happy you have the voice, because so I think like with each, it's just, it comes with its own baggage. It's just like the girls bring the drama, the boys, that's a whole different conversation.
It is a whole different conversation. I was telling my friend, I said, I should write a book or a blog on the things that boy moms say that you don't think you would ever say in your life.
Yeah,
like,
I could probably say a couple right now.
Have to say. I'm like, what? I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely interesting.
Yeah, like, don't have sword fights in the bathroom when you're going to the bathroom.
Yep. Or like get off your laptop on the toilet. Like, are you kidding? That's why they're in there for an hour. I'm like, no, we don't bring technology into the bathroom, please. But then they see me with my phone, right? Like,
and bringing it everywhere you go.
I'm like, okay. And they're like, but you do it. I'm like, oh, here we go.
That's the worst, right? When they throw it back at you, right? That you've done it. Well, my baby is 22, and he's quite the young gentleman, and it's pretty fun. But he's got two older sisters that have tamed him a little bit, So
who was the easiest one to raise? The twin girls, or the son?
Oh, you have twins.
I do have twin daughters. Well, of course, when they were little, Michael was a piece of cake because there was only one, right? And I remember going to the grocery store and only have to get one baby out of a car seat, right? One, feeding one baby, one diaper. Like, yeah, he was a piece of cake because there was only one. But, they each came with their own, right? Their own set of challenges, right? But they're good. Like, my kids they get along really well together. They play together, they hang out together, they talk on the phone all the time. In fact, my girls live in Florida, work for Disney. Disney's getting ready to open back up. And
on my birthday.
Yeah. Oh, is it your birthday? July
11th.
11th. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're all July birthdays also.
Yay!
My mom's the 13th and my girls are the 16th and I'm the 18th. So we do July. But they're starting next Sunday to go back for training. But Michael is also going to be going back to Disney, and they're all going to live together. They get along so well. They want to hang out, and they're going to with all three of them, and which makes it easy.
So sweet.
Yeah.
I don't think my boys would ever live together.
Well, even when Michael said, because the girls have been there for a couple of years now, and I said to him, I'm like, you want to live with them? Alicia's kind of bossy. And he's like, Mom, I know, I've lived with her all my life. I'm good. I'm
like, I know, she bosses me around since I was little.
Yeah, he's like, not news to me. But so yeah, they get along so well and they love it. But they're all here now. We've been quarantining together.
Yeah.
And it's been fun. It's been fun having them here. And I am ready for a vacation. I am ready.
He's in Denver.
I live in Denver. I just would love to stare at the beach. I just need my toes in the sand, and I need sun, I need ocean, I need my vitamin C. Yeah, I'm ready for that. But I have done the opposite of you, Julie. Whereas I was traveling, we had this very fluid schedule. I was, on an airplane, every week. I had 38 speaking events get canceled. And now I've been just sitting at home in this chair pretty much 10 to 12 hours a day. You're like, I put in 10 to 12 hours a month. I'm like, I do that every day, right? Right here.
That a day.
I'm just this chair is just completely molded to me because I never get out of it. But we've completely shifted on staying connected and serving and meeting with people, and I just do it right here. And I know it's because like, where else are you going? Angel, can you meet? I'm like, well, I guess. Angel, are you available? I guess, right? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I don't have to commute. I don't need to, traffic. I just boom, 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 boom. And at the end of the day, I told Tina, like, okay,
I'm still working.
Stop. I've got to phase back out, because life, like the doors are going to open. The world's going to be open for business again. And I've got to phase myself back out of this chair. I've just gotten myself into this routine, right? This rut, get up in the morning, sit in the chair, go have dinner, go to bed.
Do you think you'll start traveling again and speaking when that opens up?
Eventually, not right away. But I mean, eventually, I think.
Yeah, we were going to do a speaking engagement in July, and it's probably been rescheduled.
I think it's been canceled. It
keeps getting pushed out, and then I think we're secretly like
hoping. Like we want to see each other, right? We want to see our friends again, but this is so easy. I don't have to wear a mask.
Right.
I don't have to.
How horrible would that be? Being a speaker and building relationships and building those connections with those people in the audience, but have to wear a mask.
Do you have to on stage?
Do that at the grocery store.
Like if you're up on stage though, I mean, do you have to wear a mask with the?
Probably not from stage, but
everybody else in the audience is going to have to. You don't know what their face is. You don't know if they're smiling. You don't know if they're laughing at your jokes. You know, they're just like this.
It's so weird, you guys. Like I just, and yesterday someone posted pictures of these kids in other countries that are still in school, and like you see them in masks, and you see them at lunch with dividers between all of them. So they're eating lunch alone, and then they're sitting outside at the playground. They have to be 6 feet apart and be on the arrows. And I'm like my heart was breaking looking at these pictures, because I'm sitting here, and my best friend, she's a principal of a middle school. So like we have our, whole chat with I'm still best friends with all 6 of my high school best friends. So we've been on a chat since like the beginning of this quarantine. And she said they're still working through things, but like, I don't think they're going back for full days. And I think they have to wear masks. And I'm like, that is so bad for carbon dioxide.
Above the age of 2. Can you imagine having your 2-year-old have to have a mask? He doesn't want to have a diaper on, let alone a mask.
Although I've seen some like little 4-year-olds with these cute little masks. They're so sweet. Like these.
My boys would not have worn those masks when they were little.
I mean, it's just a different world. I've just stayed at home. I started self-quarantining early in March because I had been traveling.
You haven't even left the driveway.
I know. I don't even leave my driveway. I have been out like 3 times, like in the last week.
I've been out 3 times.
So can you go for walks?
I go for walks. We have a trail system, but I haven't, I don't go to the store. I haven't been to a restaurant. I haven't gone to visit people. I haven't had people over up until this last week. Everything's delivered. And my only outings have been going for a walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you were in Tennessee, did everybody have masks on?
No. No, but we weren't by like people. Like we stayed in the house, and then she had a boat, so we were able to use her boat. So we were out on the lake, and then they had like a little marina there where they had like bands playing, and I guess they just kind of like eased up 2 weeks ago on it, because the county we were in, there was only 50 cases. So it wasn't like as bad, like here in Chicago, like we were bad. And so Tennessee was our first outing. Like Tennessee was like the first time we went anywhere. So
road trip
we all wore masks.
To Tennessee?
Pardon me?
You road tripped it from Chicago to Tennessee?
Yes, we road tripped.
Was that, like a 10-hour drive?
Hours. It was 8 hours. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, we had our
4 boys and her kids, right?
Yeah. Yep. And we had a Mercedes van. It was huge, and it had like a 32-inch screen TV with a DVD player. So I mean,
Did you rent that?
Yeah, we rented that, and it's new. It was new. It was like spotless when we got it, but then when we returned it, it was not spotless anymore. So yeah, we rented that. We drove it down. We stayed in this house, which was amazing, and then.
Was it an Airbnb?
We wore masks, but nobody was like in gas stations even. We're not wearing masks.
Really?
They're wearing masks here in Denver, right? We've gone out.
Carolina too.
We're at the grocery store. We went, but I haven't gone to a restaurant. I haven't eaten out. I did go to a Starbucks with a friend. They wouldn't let us sit there and have coffee.
No,
it was like, nope, you can't sit. So we walked, which was nice because there's a park across the street. So it's just weird. Like, you know, I've gone out for a little bit. We went to IKEA this last weekend because we thought we were gonna do some birthday shopping for the kids for their apartment. And the line to get into IKEA was like around the building. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Because you can only have a certain amount of people in there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that there would be a line to get in.
That's how it was in Costco for a little bit here. Now,
yeah, right.
Costco has eased up a bit.
Yeah, that's how it is in Walmart. You have to go in one door and out the other door, and only certain.
And the lines now in the aisles.
And there's line in the aisles up and down.
So you don't pass people.
You have to wear a mask.
Yeah, so it's just, I think it's so complicated, right? It's so confusing of what you can, and every rule is kind of different. So I just stay home, right? So
She's like,
stay home.
I just stay home.
Like, that is just, let other people figure that out, and I'll just stay here. But I have, I've just kind of put myself, because I've not had anywhere else to go. I've just occupied my entire day. But it's probably better, because when I'm not sitting here, I visit the refrigerator like every 5 minutes. Like, there's got to be a snack. If I'm not working, I have to be eating.
Oh my gosh. I'm intermittent fasting. So
I've seen that. What are you doing? Like a 16-hour one though, right?
It works. Yeah, I love it. I'm already on day 3 and I feel a difference, like already in my stomach, because I was eating like just late, and I was just eating and drinking sugar. So I do a 16-hour. So I do 11 a.m. to 7, and then I'll carb cycle, and I follow a macro diet, because macro diets are great because they're very balanced. It's a very balanced diet. So I just, basically you could eat what you want. I don't go crazy. I eat healthy. I eat good, but it's just the windows of 11 to 7. So when we get off, I have another call, and then I'll eat at 11, and then that will like start my breakfast, and I'll have snack, then a lunch, snack. And it's about front loading a lot of those calories. So you're not like, you allow your body to start fasting at night, and then for those 16 hours.
See, I just do that like naturally because I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
coffee, Angel, coffee is our breakfast.
It is my breakfast. I know.
I have my coffee at like 1, 2 o'clock.
Oh,
we drink it all day until
we drink it all day until 5 o'clock, and then we switch it to wine.
Switch it to wine, drink coffee, and then we just switch it over, right?
Oh my God.
It's very sad. It's very sad, but it's been working with us. Well, Julie, how do you want people to connect with you? How do you want them to follow you? What do you want them to do?
Well, you could, of course, always find me hanging out.
Go through one of the 28 different funnels that she has, because it really...
No, I will not be directing you to any funnels. No. I'm always on social media. I have a group, a free group called the Freedom Insiders Club. Tina, I think you're in it.
I am.
And where I host guest experts as well. And I do like my Top Tip Tuesdays. Or you could go to my website, thefreedomdesigner.com.
Tell us a little bit about the Freedom Designer. How did you come up with that name? Because you wanted freedom from all your.
I wanted freedom from all of it, even like your thoughts.
Yeah.
So it's really about, for me, I love giving tips around wealth, health, and motivation, inspiration, and how to set yourself free from the limitations that you place upon yourself. Because everyone, I think, whether it's a limitation on if they're worthy or they have a money mindset limitation, whatever it is, or like they're, not unaccepted, whatever their story is, it's just about being free from it and designing the lifestyle they truly want to have, and designing designing their life first, and then the business around the life that they want. not the other way around. I did the other way around, and that got me, and that's why I hate the word hustle. I dropped it. And
I say that a lot.
I believe like, okay, yes, in the beginning there's going to be a little bit, you gotta like kind of grind it out, but I feel like it's more about having like the grit and determination, but not allowing the hustle to take over.
Yeah, I say hustle a lot. I always say I'm a hustler.
You are a hustler. You are a hustler.
I'm the anti-hustler.
Right, but it works for you, Tina, right? Yeah. Love that, right? They love that energy inside of you, right? It doesn't have to be a bad word, right? But it is about living the life and designing the life that you want, right? What's important
in the life of balance,
right? And
that's what it is.
You should do because of what people like think you should do. Like, this is what works for me. This is what works for my family. This is you know, we tease about right now we are a little out of balance, right? We are a little I won't bring you guys into my circus, right? It is a little bit
a part of your circus, Angel.
Out of balance, but I recognize that, right? And I know that it's, you know, it's a season and it's where we're at. And, you know, and I've made those adjustments, and my husband and I get together. We have our financial summits once a month, and just to recalibrate, like, where are we at and what are we doing? And yes, it's off, but it's off, and it's going to be off for a little while. And sometimes it's okay because we're working on things, right? And we've kind of got these quadrants, right? So right now, you know, if it's you know, it's family, or it's financial, it's fitness, or it's faith, right? Sometimes they're not equal in all 4 quadrants. But while this one is heavy, we rely on the people around us to kind of rise up on the other elements. I'm the only one working in the house right now. Nobody else is working. I am the only one. And so there's days, right, where they're all watching TV
and they're all playing, and you're like
playing, and right?
Yes.
But that's okay, right? Like, this is, you know, they should enjoy this time off. They are going to go back to work, and they're not going to have this break. And I keep thinking that when the world opens up for business again, that's when I'm going on vacation, right? That's when I get the break, because I've put the work in now, and I can celebrate and have the rewards. But
yeah, well, I mean, there's ebbs and flows to every business. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Never ever going to be perfectly balanced. And right now, this season for me is putting in a little bit more, just because I'm working on several things at once. Yeah. I'm working on the funnel. I'm working, this affiliate thing is blowing up for me, and I'm working now this store, and they want to get the store up for me in a week. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So wow. Don't get me wrong. Like, but for me, when I think that word for me with the hustle, it was me in 2017, where it just broke me down. Yeah. So when I now feel like it is getting to a point where my kids are going, okay, Mom, you told us 2 hours ago that you were going to play with us, and you're still here. That's where I have to like reevaluate and say, okay, like I have to prioritize.
How old are your boys again, Julie?
6 and 9.
6 and 9. Yeah.
See, like all the time.
2 and 27, right? They're totally self-sufficient now.
You know, so that might mean Julie has to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning to get the things done after they go to bed. Like, maybe my work hours that day are 10 to 1 in the morning, which actually are very productive for me, to believe it or not. Like, I get a lot done at night, and maybe that's what I have to do right now. So it's like, it's tweaking, right? Like, knowing you have to get this stuff done, but figuring out like, okay, from this hour to this hour, I'm going to be with my boys. Yeah. This hour to this hour, I'm going to be on a call or an interview or what have you. So it is an adjustment. And like we said, there's ebbs and flows to it without a doubt. And we never want to sacrifice. I will never go back, because I love working out and I love my fitness, and I sacrificed going to the gym for like 8 months. And that's when adrenal fatigue kicked in, and I was getting sick, and I was like, never again. And now I've been forced to have to stay home. I miss my cycle so bad. I go to Cycle Bar. I'm obsessed with it. People know I'm obsessed with it. I have been just trying to do these little workouts from my house, but it's not the same. And I'm like,
you don't have a Peloton?
No, I don't want a Peloton. Like, it's different when you walk into this room that is blacked out with these really cool glowing red lights where you have the instructor in front of you. And I love my instructors, and you feel the energy of those just next to you, which I miss so much because it motivates you and it pushes you, and you have the loud blaring music and you're just like going, and it's just such a different feel. I hate working out at my house. I can't stand it. I think I need the energy of everyone around me. And this sad thing is, I don't know when that's going to happen again.
Well, I love my Peloton, Julie. I got it in February, and it has been my saving grace because it's right here. I can take a half an hour. I can go and have my class.
Resistant.
Make the best out of it.
My husband's coworker lost like a ton of weight. And when I saw him, I took the boys to the driving range like a week ago. And I saw him and I'm like, holy cow, Eric. And he said his Peloton. He's like the quarantine and Peloton.
Well, I haven't lost any weight, but it has.
I haven't
gained my COVID-19.
Like, Angel, you're like, you don't need to lose weight.
Yeah, you're just like this little tiny thing.
I haven't gained my COVID-19, but we actually got it for my husband because he's a cyclist, and it was every time we would come home, there'd be snow on the ground, and he couldn't ride his bike outside, so we got it for him. But during this quarantine, it has been me that has used it the most. And I didn't think first time I wore it, I had to wear 2 pair of bike shorts because, I needed padded biking shorts because I wasn't used to sitting on a bike seat. I was a walker and a jogger. So, but we've adjusted, and I'm going to hit my 50th birthday is coming up in a couple weeks, right? And I'm going to hit 500 miles on the Peloton is my goal by my birthday. So that's my.
I'm so proud of you. And she does not look like she's 50 years old.
Wait, I don't see a wrinkle on your face.
That's why I wear glasses to hide it. They're
like, does not have any.
My forehead. I can't stand this. This is the only place I have these lines because I'm very expressive. Very like I'm always like right.
Yeah.
But you have like so smooth, so smooth. Is that a filter? I don't know what it is, but it looks amazing. And your hair is. I was going to tell you, I love your hair.
This is not my hair, Julie. This is my hat that I put on every morning to do the morning show because I don't get up all early and to do it all. So no, this is my hair.
Okay. Well, it looks good. Whatever you got going on, just keep doing it. It looks good.
Thank you. All right. Well, it's the top of the hour. We could sit and chat with Julie all day.
All day. I'm glad I didn't have anybody else.
You've been darling to have on. Thank you.
No, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I love getting to know you guys better as well. So I'm honored. Thank you so much.
Angel, what do you got for our viewers today?
Well, of course, we just started something brand new last week, being the media matchmaker. If you're looking for stages, you're looking to be a guest on podcasts, on summits, on webinars, radio, TV, magazines, we have a platform. You can go to needaguest.com. We are bringing in anybody who's looking for stages, they're looking for guests, and we're matchmaking them all together in this one fabulous website. And it is working. Tina had, I think, what did you say? You replied to 4 of them yesterday, and all 4
of them got a hold of me today.
Got a hold of you, right?
I had 176 people pick me up, 176 channels pick me up, all the main channels picking me up.
Yeah, the PR and publicity that is happening right now, there is so much opportunity. So make sure that you reach out. If you want more exposure, you want to build it right from home, right? You can connect with journalists, you can connect with contacts, you can connect with leads, customers, influencers, all by using the power of what we call OPP, other people's platforms, to build your business and your brand. So check us out at needaguest.com. It'll send you right to our Facebook group. And then if you want to create some guaranteed media exposure, grab our complimentary guide at makeyourbigimpact.com. Actually, I'll put that so you can all get it from one site at needaguest.com. I'll put it on there. So one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert and gratitude specialist. And I teach you how to create clients for a lifetime turn those clients into raving fans and referral partners and increase your cash flow all at the same time. And you can get your free 7 ways to increase your cash flow right now by texting the word connection to 26786. That's connection to 26786. I have a free webinar, Turning Connections into Cash Flow, this Friday at 1 p.m. So if you text that, you get access to that webinar. So we are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Thank you so much, Julie Burke. I love you, love you. And we are so excited. We come to you guys live every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.